The Cincinnati Bengals have found their secret weapon, or, well, their secret weapons. Welcome back into the Bengals Digest channel. I'm Carson Lokey. Hopefully you guys are having an amazing day. And as of recent, the main point of conversation on this channel has been mainly about the rookies and what the rookies are doing in minicamp and OTAs. Well, not OTAs yet, but training camp, all that good stuff, and what's going on, especially Shamar Stewart not participating. That's not what this video is about. I'm actually going to go back a year ago talking about the rookies from the 2024 class and what they're doing now. There was a report that came out after training camp. The reporters sat down with each of the second-year players, so rookies from the 2024 class, and got what it feels like being a year in, having a year under your belt, being what does it feel different from this June to last June. And I'm going to talk about 5 of those players, what they did last season, and how they're feeling going into this season. But before I do that, before I jump into any report, thank you for watching, first of all, but don't forget to subscribe to the Bengals Digest channel. If you love the Bengals as much as me and Isaac, we're going to be posting daily Cincinnati Bengals content, only Cincinnati Bengals content, right here on the Bengals Digest channel. So don't forget to subscribe, turn on bells, like this video, comment down below, all that good stuff. But let's jump right into it. What a difference a year makes, absolutely. Members of Bengals 2024 draft class reflect on 12 months of growth. This is kind of just background of it. As the Cincinnati Bengals offseason program nears its end with next week's mandatory minicamp, we went around the locker room to ask members of the 2024 draft class one question. How is, insert name, different on June 3rd, 2025 than he was on June 3rd, 2024? Of the 10 draft picks in last year's class, 5 of them played at least over 100 snaps on their side of the ball. None of those 5 needed more than a second to formulate their answer. First up is being Amari Mims, the first-round pick tackle out of Georgia. He had a very impressive rookie season, and he was actually one of my favorite rookies to watch last season PFF grade-wise, because obviously linemen don't have much stats. 57.8 overall grade, 96 among tackles. Pass block grade, 60.8, 80th among tackles. Run block grade, 52.6, 110th among all tackles. 4 penalties with 4 sacks. He had a really great rookie season. Those PFF grade stats or grades, I don't think truly reflect how important he was to the Bengals last year and how great of a rookie season he actually had. I'm excited to watch him this next season, especially with new offensive line coach Scott Peters. I think he's going to develop nicely and to be one of the better tackles in the league. But this is what he had to say. Man, I'm a lot different. Just a whole year of growth. A whole year of knowledge about the game of football, a year of taking coaching better, a year of processing information better, a year of just understanding the player I am. Coming in as a rookie and the first-round pick, there's high expectations, and sometimes it gets a little stressful. But now with a year under my belt and the guys I'm playing with, it's just so different. I can feel it. The confidence level has gone up 10 times. So that's exactly what you want to hear. The growth and just the basic understanding of the game of football. Obviously, they know the basic understanding of football because they've made it to the NFL. But understanding NFL, which none of us can say we fully understand because we've never been there, is something that's so important. Finding the right routine, finding the right mentality of how to stick it out throughout the whole process or the whole season, staying healthy, all that good stuff. And I think a lot of that is to do with, one, just a year of growth, confidence, but then also the fact he's with a new offensive line coach, growing with him, a year under his belt with the guys around him, a familiar face with Dylan Fairchild, a rookie this season. So Amari Mims, definitely someone to mark your calendar or your head with on a second-year guy to watch. Next, second-round pick, defensive tackle out of Michigan, Chris Jenkins. Last season had 31 total tackles, 21 solo, 3 sacks. This is what he had to say since having a year under his belt in the NFL. Confidence. Yes, definitely confidence. I think a year in the league makes a huge difference. I know for some people it can just hit at once, but for me, the more I started figuring out, the more I'm gaining more confidence. When it comes to all the other stuff, I've been trying to work on everything as a whole. At the end of the day, everything needs work. I'm not a finished product. Once again, that's another thing you want to hear from your second years, is understanding that there's still a lot of work to be done. they're still not a finished product. I think Chris Jenkins later in the season stepped into a role that the Bengals needed him to step into, and I think and hope that he builds on that and has a better season than he did last season, especially sitting behind once again B.J. Hill, but then also T.J. Slayton I think is going to help Chris Jenkins significantly. Next guy, who is a guy full of conversation topics, Germaine Burton, third-round pick, wide receiver out of Alabama. Last season, 4 receptions for 107 yards, averaged 26.8 yards per catch. Obviously, he only had 4 catches, but he was a deep threat whenever the ball was thrown to him last season. But obviously, his playing was not the story of last season. It was the off-the-field stuff. Getting in trouble, missing OTAs, missing minicamp, missing meetings, all that good stuff. Not good stuff at all, obviously. But so far, what we've seen from him in this early offseason for 2025 is that he is making a turn, or what it seems like. There's people backing up. Jamar Chase backing him up. T. Higgins backing him up. Joe Burrow backing him up, saying he's maturing. He's understanding the game more. He's not missing anything. He hasn't missed anything yet. So I think this year, for year 2 with Germaine Burton, if we can just see him mature, actually show up, not have to be a healthy scratch anymore, and be there for the team, I know he has the talent and potential to be one of the better wide receivers in the league. It's just figuring out the mental side, the off-the-field stuff, all that good stuff. And so far in the 2025 season, even though it hasn't started, we're in the off-season of 2025, it seems like he is turning the tide the right direction. But this is what he had to say. And he speaks about the routine. I would say the routine, coming up to the facility, doing different things on your off time. It could be something little, but as long as you continue to do something, stay in the playbook, talking over things with your teammates, your coaches, I feel like it puts you in a better headspace. I'm a lot more comfortable. I'm more comfortable with my teammates and have created a lot of bonds and relationship with these guys, whether it's going out to eat, playing a game, talking ball on here, laughing, joking, rehabbing together. I feel like I've really gotten closer with the guys. And I think especially with Germaine Burton, that is exactly what you want to hear. The Bengals, obviously every NFL team has good guys, but the Bengals I feel like have some of the most down-to-earth, cool guys in the league, right? And I think with a guy like Germaine Burton who's had all these problems in the past, that is something that he needs to do. He needs to get connected with good players on the team. He needs to go out hanging out. He needs to go hang out with those players on his off time, not be by himself. Because a lot of times when you're going through stuff and you're by yourself, it makes it worse. But when you can hang around people that have been there, have done that, have overcome something, have battled through adversity, they can help you through your own struggles. And I think that's exactly what Germaine Burton needs to do. And it looks like he's doing it. He's hanging out with the guys outside of the facility. We saw him, T. Higgins, and Jamar Chase at Kings Island together. That's what exactly Germaine Burton needs to be doing. And I think it's amazing that he's doing it. And I hope he continues to do the things he's doing now. And he has an incredible year 2 where we get to put behind all the year 1 stuff, and we look forward to the future of what he can bring to the Cincinnati Bengals. And I'm actually really excited to watch him. I love him as a player. I know he has a lot of growth to do personally, but I pray for him and everybody else on the Bengals. But amazing stuff so far from Germaine Burton, and that's what the players have said as well. Next up, also a third-round pick, defensive tackle as well out of Texas A&M, McKinley Jackson. Last season, 15 total tackles, 16 solo, 1 sack, and 1 forced fumble. This is what he had to say. I would say my knowledge of how the NFL actually works, and then taking the next step to simplify the game for myself. From watching film, being here early, being accountable to myself and to my team, those are all areas where I've grown. I think about it all the time, what I was thinking and what I was doing a year ago at this time. I realized the mistakes I made and how I can get better from them. I've been taught my whole life that you never want to stay in the same place. You always want to try to get better and try to grow in some area. I'm trying to grow in all of them. I focus on one at a time, but I'm trying to make sure every area is on the rise. Obviously, once again, this is exactly a different aspect of what you want to hear from your second-year guys, or just people who are growing in general. He's exactly right. There's always something that needs to be better. There's always something that you can work on, whether that's football or your personal life, and I think he's touching on both here, but not just the first year, second year, third year guys, but the veterans as well. T. Higgins says he still has a lot of growing to do. Joe Burrow still says he has a lot of growing to do. T. Higgins, Jamar Chase, I don't remember what name I said. They all have growing to do. Trey Hendrickson has growing to do. Logan Wilson has growing to do. They've all said that. And McKinley Jackson at this early in his career saying, hey, I know I'm not nearly as Chris Jenkins said, I'm not nearly a finished product yet. I have so much growth to do in so many areas of my life. It's just focusing on one at a time, but knowing no matter where I am in life, there's always something I can improve. And I think that's exactly what you want to hear from McKinley Jackson. I think McKinley Jackson and Chris Jenkins both stepped it up late last season. And I think both of them sitting behind, like I said, B.J. Hill and now T.J. Slaton, I think is going to improve them dramatically, being that rotation kind of guy. But then also sitting behind those veterans, I think is going to help them tremendously. And I think it could easily in the next few years, when B.J. Hill and T.J. Slaton are eventually done, I think Chris Jenkins and McKinley Jackson fit right into that defensive tackle starting position where they both could be some of the best Bengals for us for the foreseeable future. Then last but not least, Josh Newan, 5th-round pick, cornerback out of TCU, who probably was for the Bengals, in my opinion, the steal of the draft and how significant he was to the success of last season. 31 total tackles, 27 solo, 1 interception, 7 passes deflected. So he got in mainly because of DJ Turner going down and Dax Hill going down. But I think Newton made a case for himself where he should be a starting cornerback this season. I think probably Dax Hill will slide to that nickel position, and I think it should be Cam Taylor-Britt and Josh Newton on the outside, as well as DJ Turner mixing that in, and then obviously safeties is Geno Stone and Jordan Battle. But anyways, I think Josh Newton should be in the starting rotation. Maybe he's not the guy first out there. Maybe that's DJ Turner. But I think Josh Newton should be out there on the field as much as possible because of how important he was to the success of the Bengals last season. And this is what he had to say. Everything that's happened in the last year has given me a lot of confidence. I mean, last year is obviously over, but you can still refer back to the good things that you did and keep doing that. But it's important to look at what you didn't do well, too, and start doing that well. I learned so much from Mike Hilton. Mike had great years here, and he was a great reference. He instilled a lot of confidence in me, and the main thing was just at the end of the day, be a dog, be yourself. He saw something in me early, and that really encouraged me. So I feel like I've grown a lot, but it's still year 2. There's still a lot of work to be done, or still a lot of work to do. Obviously, once again, this is exactly what you want to hear from a guy who was a 5th-round pick, turned into a starter, did all the right things, improved the defense, realistically improved the defense, and helped us win a lot of games. So to pick him in the 5th round is significant for the Cincinnati Bengals, but also learning from the veterans around you. Obviously, Mike Hilton and the Bengals kind of doing their own thing. Hilton is still a free agent, but being able to learn from the veterans around you, no one, especially in football and any business that you're in, you're not going to be able to get better on your own. We weren't made to do things on our own. We were made to be collaborative. We were made to be in relationship. And Josh Newan saying and that he's learned from the veterans, specifically, Mike Hilton, that's important to see. You want to see your young guys kind of clinging on to one of the veterans and learning from the veteran, asking advice, asking for help, what they do on the offseason, what they do to train, and all that good stuff. And that's exactly what you want to see from all your second-year guys. Obviously, there's a lot more second-year guys, but those are the 5 that had responses in the report. Once again, Amari Mims, Chris Jenkins, Germaine Burton, McKinley Jackson, and Josh Newan all going into year 2 with the Cincinnati Bengals. All of them had vastly different first years, but I hope year 2 for all of them is an improvement, and I think all of them will improve, and they will be dramatic reasons why the Cincinnati Bengals make the playoffs in 2025. But thank you so much for watching this video. Don't forget to subscribe to the Bengals Digest channel, like I said before. If you love the Bengals as much as me and Isaac, we're going to be talking about the Cincinnati Bengals only every day right here on the Bengals Digest channel. Don't forget to subscribe. Turn on post notifications, like this video, comment down below what second-year player you are most excited to watch in the 2025 season. But thank you so much for watching this video for the Bengals Digest channel. I'm Carson Lokey. Have an amazing day, and God bless.